Hello everyone. Today we have with us Vinayak Yadaram. Vinayak is AI ML architect at Cyient. And Vinayak has 18 years of experience and he holds a master's degree from BITS Pilani. He holds a B.Tech in EEE in graduation from Jayaprakash Narayan College of Engineering. And Vinayak has also done his advanced management program in business analytics, which is 15 months program, and he completed that in 2019. Right? And he has impressive track record of working with multiple companies in very amazing roles. One is with iBuild Technologies, then with Accenture as data engineering manager, and now he's working with Cyient as AI ML architect. So, who other than Vinayak to understand more about the kind of work that happens in the space of AI? So, Vinayak, thank you so much once again for pulling off time from your busy schedule. The first question that I would like to ask you is, what are the kind of AI ML projects which are handled in the organizations that you've worked with? Would you like to throw some light, and what kind of challenges you have faced while working on those kind of projects?
Yeah, thanks, Bernie. First of all, for the introduction, and thanks for giving this opportunity to share my experiences. Yeah, in Scient, in fact, in the AI space, we are from CTO organization, and within the CTO organization, we have multiple customers across the industries. So your use cases vary from industry to industry. Certain use cases are quite common across the industry. So I would like to highlight a bit upon that. Predominantly, what I see is the aerospace customers. The MRO customers. They're within the MRO again. There is again aftermarket services. So what we have is in the aftermarket services, customer support is very much important, right? Getting the issues resolved very promptly without any lag is what the important aspect of it, and there's a lot of manual effort required as of today. So using generative AI, we were able to deliver a solution where user can have the end user can have the interaction with the bot and get a response. Not only the response, the most important aspect here is giving all the references as a proof or as a reference for quick review and validate what the bot is giving you as a response is also the kind of solution that we have delivered to one of our aerospace customers in the aftermarket industry. And another important and highly complex use case, I would say, is the stress analysis. These aerospace parts go through a lot of stress. There are frames, there are a lot of other parts within the aerospace, which go through some static analysis, some fatigue analysis, the various analysis they perform. In the static analysis, again, the stress, how much a part can withstand, right? In terms of various parameters. So there it includes a lot of documents, PDFs, Excels are having multiple combination of formulas, and the other manuals and methodology again gives you step by step procedure with all the formulas. So what we have to ensure is whatever stress analysis generated, I mean manually, first thing is ensuring that report is properly in compliant, okay, and ensuring that all the standards are followed, the formulas are accurate and the values are accurate. So this is kind of takes a week to month time for one document manually doing all this. So now with this technology in the AI space, we were able to deliver this validation, but which would give you within 10 minutes. It may not be 100%. We always say to our customers, don't expect 100% from AI. Human in loop is required for sure, right? You cannot simply eliminate the human element out of it, but it will augment the way of working, right? It will give you the productivity. You can do more within a given time by using this technology. That's what the main objective behind, and we convince customers like, and also customer agrees to that, and we were able to get up to around 70% accuracy. That is in first instance, getting that accuracy is really good enough for any AI solution. That also in a complex scenario like in the aerospace, where you do a lot of stress analysis. That is one part of it. Again, within the stress analysis for aerospace, there is Another use case called stress analysis report creation itself. See, validating some content which is available, that is one part of it, but generating the content itself is another part of it. So that is another solution we have done. And also, most important aspect is these industries have a lot of regulatory compliance requirements, right? That go through changes day by day. Every day you get some new regulatory compliance. So any document that you generate have to ensure that it is in compliance with the regulatory standards. So there is another solution we have built: export administration regulation compliance solution, wherein you upload the document for all aerospace. What are all the regulatory requirements? We will feed in, we train the model, so that the model will come back and say, this particular document is having adherence to this particular regulatory given, and this is something missing, like that. And also at the same time, classifying the document. Okay, this document classified into which specific category within the given regulation, and also whether these documents are requires any specific licensing for a specific country, because not every document or every thing is common across the countries. There are certain countries, there are some restricted licenses out there. Also identifying which country this particular license is applicable or requires extra license. This kind of solution in aerospace industry predominantly. Moving on to the railway industry also again similarly, the certain brake valves failure, predicting the brake valve failure, anomaly detection based on the historical failures, and also giving a co-pilot solution wherein you have a lot of thousands of documents, and you're searching through the document for some information which take a lot of time for you, right? 100 engineers working on the similar thing. Now one bot is giving, available for 100 engineers to quickly search something and get a response. So that is for the railway industry. And there is also another use case we call, this is again another complex scenario which is not completely evolved yet in the market, where you say 2D to 3D image conversion. So still there is a lot of research is also going on. Not there is a full-fledged solution available yet, but yes, to some extent this is also automated using this technology. We have also done in Cyient 2D to 3D, where you have a track with all the components as a 2D. But in the 2D, you don't see that, as a human, you can't read it. You have to zoom it, 70 to 80%, you need to zoom it. Then only you'll be able to see something. So we have a combination of the computer vision technology as well as the Gen AI technology. Merging all these two, we were able to extract the information out of it, and, all geometric information out of it, and then create a 3D image out of it. So that is what we have done for railway. And again, for automotive industry, where they do a lot of testing for their parts, right? A lot of inputs you get, and you have some requirement specification document, and you have certain rules, some spec management specifications, a lot of things. And they do manually create test cases. If signal is on, then what next to happen? If signal is off, what next to happen? And there is a script also to execute this. So two cases here: one is test case generation, other is test script generation. Both the things are manual. I know they take a lot of time to do this. Now we were able to, using this large language model we call Gen AI, and even small language models also, we were able to generate the test scripts as well as the test cases for automotive customer. But this is not specific to automotive. This is common across the industries. So again, coming to mining. So mining, probably you must have experienced it. There are a lot of age-old documents, wherein you see some documents are manually written, which contains logs, well-log information, all that. The customer is interested to digitalize those documents, and also identify how many of them are duplicate. So they have millions of documents. Not all of them are actually, are unique. So there are a lot of duplicacy also available. But so customer going through millions of documents, identifying which document is duplicate and which document helps me further in the future, it's very difficult. So now we have a solution to deduplicate those documents, categorizing those documents, classifying them into different buckets, and giving them a quick output. Okay, these are the ones that you already have as a duplicate. So that is mining. And again, optimization. operational research, you must have heard, right? So that is one core area where every customer is looking for, within the given resource, I would like to optimize my process so that I get maximized profit with the minimized resources, right? That is the common agenda for every customer. So that is another solution we call Sayora. That is a combination of the operational research algorithm as well as the Gen AI. So Gen AI element is coming everywhere. So for whatever we thought, when it comes to structured, unstructured, there are certain use cases which were not possible, we thought. But now with the Gen AI coming into the market, we were able to achieve this by combining multiple approaches here. So that is for the mining, and we also have a lot of other solutions for health and life sciences and medtech companies as well, where these medtech companies manufacture a lot of medical equipments, right? And the medical equipments suddenly fails, right? And then that causes a lot of delay for patient, as well as will cause loss to the the customer as well. So what we have done there is predicting machine failure based on historical failures, historical maintenance details, identifying the anomalies, and then predict when a particular machine is going to fail and what are those parameters causing this machine to fail. So this is another scenario in health and life sciences industries. So if I continue, I'll go on like this. There are various different use cases across the industries customers are looking forward to have. And one thing I wanted to highlight here is 2024 was year of exploration, where they were actually trying to see how this technology helpful, whether this is helpful or not. They were many were skeptical about it, and also there were a lot of concerns around the safety, security, and all. But 2025 is a year of implementation. In fact, actual productionizing these solutions. That's what we experienced personally. Whatever we have done POCs last year, now we are doing actual implementation, productionizing these solutions to our customers. So, and then you may imagine 2026 how it's gonna be. So that's in nutshell, I would say.
Wonderful, Vinayak. I had a brief experience training the employees of Cyient. Right. From 2019 onwards, I've been teaching at Cyient. I've been training the leadership team of Cyient as well.
Oh.
Having said that, you have explained plethora of use cases, cutting across aerospace to automotive, to railways, to mining, to life sciences healthcare. So I believe in Cyient, there is no end to the
Correct.
scope of AI application. Right?
Absolutely. There's no end.
And you have spoken about traditional AI or analytical AI, like people are talking about, Gen AI, and how we can combine the power of these two to solve complex business problems.
Correct.
Which you have rightly said wasn't possible to solve at least a few years back.
Correct.
Right? And
You're
from
right.
2024 to 25 to 26, it is a journey, right? You told that in 2024 we did a lot of proof of concepts. In 2025, we are converting those proof of concepts into production setting systems.
Correct.
Now in 2026, it's going to be a different ballgame altogether, like you have rightly said.
Right, you're right, absolutely right.
So one another question, Vinayak. If at all you want to hire someone in your team, what kind of skills would you usually look for?
Yeah, sure. I would say that having the foundation, which is, I believe, is statistical analysis. That is the core behind all these algorithms. So that is something I find missing in many of our whatever we find in the market. That okay, they do something, copy from somewhere, chat GPT or somewhere in Kaggle, and then get it execute it, but they don't know what is the each parameter significance and how to fine tune those parameters, right? Getting something and then copy paste and executing, it's not a big deal. Modeling, data science is not a big deal, but before you go to the modeling, the analysis that you do, right, which we call pre-processing, your 70 to 80% effort goes in there only. Data cleaning, data preparation. That's where you need even the statistical analysis, finding the distribution, finding the right set of parameters, right? How, the correlation among the parameters, all this, that is what is missing. That is what I would actually look for, getting the core strong foundation in the statistical analysis. Then of course, going to the a lot of machine learning aspects of it, like unsupervised, supervised, then deep learning. Getting all this understanding is very important nowadays. Since last 1.5 year, I see many people just coming with directly jumping to the Gen AI. I can use OpenAI models, I can use Llama models, but they don't know anything about actual data science. So that any functional consultant can also do that. To be honest, a technical guy, when we are trying to hire, I expect that they know the background of it. They should have that intuition, understanding of the algorithm. Okay, what is that particular algorithm is doing? Why one algorithm versus another algorithm? Let's say you have random forest, you have your XGBoost, right? Why I should use either of these, in which context what I should use. That understanding is required for any aspirant who would like to start their career in the data science space. Otherwise, it just executing something as good as even a third standard, fourth standard student also can do nowadays, to be honest. Because I have seen personally for my kids, they are introducing AI in their school curriculum also. By the time they finish, then they are good experts. So we should not miss that foundation. That is what my suggestion or my recommendation would be.
Absolutely, Vinayak. So there you go, friend. Vinayak is very, very clearly saying that foundation knowledge is extremely important. Statistical foundation knowledge of machine learning algorithms, at least to the extent where you understand which algorithm should be applied in what setting, what context, what algorithm will give you higher accuracy versus higher explainability. So doing that trade-off, etc., is very pivotal.
Right.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Vinayak, for filling up your time from a busy schedule. And the knowledge that you have given as part of this brief conversation would, I'm certain, help millions of people, students, working professionals aspiring to get into this field of AI. Thank you once again, and all the best for your future.
Thank you very much, Bernie, and I appreciate your timing too, and appreciate taking this information and sharing this information. That would definitely help the next generation.
Thank you so much, Kunal.
Thank you. Bye.